Law continuation, 5:14 in the morning, West Coast time, still the 29th of April, 2024. We were John C. Roseman, California. Ever since I've lost my brother a long time ago. Yeah. Several years ago is a long time ago. I still deal with the grieving process, with the mourning, and every single day I see more and more on social media that gets tagged up that concerning about death one way or another, or dealing with grieving and mourning. Some of the groups that just probably fell out of line and out of favor with. Grieving and mourning is a constant thing, and I guess some of the people have a problem regarding that because I've seen it where so-called friends become acquaintances, become strangers. I barely remembered you, barely recognized you, or barely cared about if you actually existed or not. I talk about things like this because I myself go through this thing. It's not the easiest damn thing in the world to face up with, but it's there. I remind people of what they've lost, and it hurts them because they don't want to be remembering the pain. They'd rather remember the good stuff. The problem is with me, the good stuff does bring me the pain, including the bad stuff. It's all memories. I imagine some people out there would want me to go out there on my own, live a life. My problem is, I had been living life, I just didn't realize it until it was gone. And then the constant mourning of waking up in the morning, I wake up to aches and pains, and not just the spiritual, not the emotional, no, the physical aches and pains. Not generated exactly by grieving and mourning. No, it's generated by a damn mattress trying to kill me. Let's say about trying to get another box spring twin. If I can get one, I can get this damn thing replaced and maybe get my back adjusted again, but I guess not. So I deal with what I gotta deal with. I know my physical condition's breaking down. I know it. It's aging. It's okay. I don't blame. I just deal and I cope and I accept. But the problem is trying to accept my own mortality, accept my own demise, long term or short term, doesn't matter. I have to be reacquainted with the thing I really hated the most in my life. Not just the doctors trying to kill me, trying to keep me alive. No, it's the dealing with the spirituality part of it and the afterlife, and it scared the hell out of me at the age of 4 years old. Heart operation, trying to correct some valves leaking in my body. How's a 4-year-old supposed to be able to deal with death? Well, you go through it, come back, and you're a changed kid. So how the hell was I supposed to be able to deal with that one? When I was aloof, I was solo, and people actually got to know me. Maybe they knew me as a quirky kid. But even I had a problem with my own damn company. I deal with my own head games than I deal with anybody else's real life problems. Some people actually did feel sorry for me, I think, or actually did care about this kid who's gone through a hell of a lot of crap. Near, well, let's see, not quite near death experiences and tragic accidents, but they still came out alive, broken, battered, maybe beaten, but more, but still alive. If I happen to talk about this one in my earlier ages, people would think I'm a princess crybaby because I'm not tough enough. Sorry, I was not living in a time of ancient Greek times where I'm trying to become one of those Spartan kids out there who could take it after getting the shit kicked out of them, trying to toughen them up. Sorry, that's not me. I'm still dealing with life on life's terms in the modern era. At least I thought so. When I start losing people left and right, it hurts, but then again, I have to keep pushing on. I have to keep pushing on. And sometimes I keep pushing people away. Grievers do that, you know. We want the company, but we don't want the company because we're dealing with the pain right in front of us. It's kind of hard to deal with someone else's company, whoever and whatever they may be, that we see the pain, but we don't see what's happening in front of us half the time. My personal experience. But we have to keep pushing forward because that's how it's expected us to do and survive. Years after I lose Ma, I had been trying to deal during those days of coping with it. My brother and I struggled. My brother, he kept everything else bottled in. He didn't express, he didn't talk to a therapist, at least not that I know of. He didn't go in for any weekly therapy sessions. Sure as hell didn't have the Zoom during those days. I wish we had. Then my brother could have been talking to therapy about it. But we didn't. So he kept everything else bottled up inside after he lost Ma. But he would talk to other people if we ever went out to the recovery halls to just to get away from our own damn shit in our heads. Try to be in service. Try to focus on other things and tasks. Me going into college was one of those damn things. Going into college is trying to see if I can actually do this or not. Complete it, do it, even if it's the lowest step in a collegiate rung. I don't care. If I completed college in my lifetime, then at least I fulfilled a promise to myself and to my brother. And I still want to do that. But it's also trying to get out of myself so I can not feel the pain. But here's the thing, I'm constantly surrounded by it. I'm constantly surrounded by it. And it's not that easy to wake up to in the morning because I'm reminded of it physically, but I'm also reminded of it mentally. See, those postings I keep doing on social media, including Facebook, about my own status, all those postings I did for grieving and stuff like that, do you think people actually paid attention? Not really. Nope. No, 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 no. Don't even pay attention to that one because if I'm struggling through stuff like this, it's, well, somebody else will struggle through it and they'll get the, oh, let's surround the person like crazy. And me, like, oh, thank you very much. We knew each other how long? We thought we were close enough, but again, I guess we weren't that close. We were just acquaintances. You said we were friends? No, we're acquaintances. I'm acquainted with you. That's about it. And for those so-called friends and family, or came close to the family status, or maybe even family status, they became acquaintances after that. Losing people in our lives makes a hell of a lot of changes in family dynamics and structures. Personal observation and me going through it myself, so this is what I'm saying. Family that I thought it was a family, an extended family. They become acquaintances and become ghosts. Pain, grieving, and everything else goes along, and it kicks their ass. And I don't even get any contact from them at all. I got the phone number you can call. Yeah, well, you got a phone number of mine you can call too, but you never did. I assumed at that point nobody ever gave a shit. When you're not in someone else's life on a constant basis, I'm not quite sure if they're still wanted to be associated with you or not. I'm discovering that more and more. I am. I'm discovering that more and more. Some people still will consider it as being, oh, listen him. He's being a mama's boy. He's being a weak person. He's being this. Oh, you're damn straight. I'm a mama's boy. I was thinking about my mama's side until the day she died. Brought back to life and died again. I was a caregiver. Now I'm a caretaker of her ashes and my brother's ashes. Dedicated to be a family pain in the ass. That's what I am. But it gets to me. I see some of these other people who show that they have strong ties with each other. They're a clique. They're a clique. Apparently, I don't rate because whatever it is about me, I guess I piss people off too much. If I haven't, if I stop for doing the grieving things to a lot of people, you think that bring them back to me? Not really. No, 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 no. If I happen to make any comments in there, I'll probably get hearts, and that's about it. But do I get any actual contact? Try this one. There was a neighbor. Moved in here right after David passed away. We talked. We talked a few things. And she was also a lady who was constant eating and constant having issues left and right. All right, fine. I'll have to deal with that one, don't I? Senior citizen. She's had she had troubles, and I was trying to help her through it a little bit at a time. Got to the point where she left. About a year or two later, she comes back and doesn't even recognize me, or she does. She just bypasses me altogether. I'm like, great, come back from the dead, but come back to this place of the land of the zombies. But you get to say hi to me, have a nice conversation, see what the hell happened about a year or two away from this place. Say how the hell you were doing. Or how about a neighbor that I've known since I've gotten this place back in 2014 or 15, somewhere in that time zone. Almost 10 years. Sometimes I feel like I'm also alienated a bit. I'll have an occasional message once in a great while, but that's about it. Maybe there's an invite, but do you think, well, in their busy lives, I can understand that. No, they won't have to think about anybody else. I feel like sometimes I'm missing a train of some sort. People have their own lives, and I'm supposed to be living my own life and supposed to be happy about it. Instead, I'm more and more locked away physically and emotionally and spiritually. There's a character I kept watching on Channel 2 back in the 1970s. Character name of Nero Wolf. Robert Robert Con. No, 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 no. What the hell is his name? I remember that character. Very distinctive voice this gentleman had. What was the character's name? That wasn't it. It was not 2001. It was 1970s. You kidding me? Give me a break. Trying to get into here because I remember watching this guy. Howard Connor had to bed. Adaptations film. It wasn't film. It was TV. Television there. Well, CBS. So I thought that was on 1949. Yeah, sorry, I just have to put you on pause for a couple of seconds here. Okay, found it, 1981. Thought I did. I just William Conrad, a very distinctive voice. Have you ever heard him doing voice acting when he was still alive? Very talented actor. Series only lasted for about one season, but I remember the actor. They only did about 14 episodes, and that's about it. I guess it didn't pick up too much in the market during those days. But the actor himself, I remembered. Passed away back in what was it? Back in '94. But I remember some of those commercials he was in. I remember the voice that he had. But in that short-lived 14 episode series they had back in 1981 on CBS, he played a recluse detective. People would bring in information over to him. He'd figure it out mentally. He'd have his resources with him, and he'd solve the cases that way. He really didn't hardly ever went out of his house. I feel like, in a certain way, I'm the same way, except I'm trapped by my own devices. When the thought, or even probably if somebody else came out and said, "Why don't you just get out of the house and live?" The problem is, it'd been a nice idea to do so. Go out and live and do things. Problem is, the places I know and go to. My brother and I had already been there. And I don't feel the safety and security if I happen to go to a new place. But if I happen to go to an old place, I remember I have I'd have the feelings of it. I'd have the emotions of it. I would have the memories triggered. I would feel my family there. I'd see the ghosts. The ghosts of the memories that walk by, drift by. The emotional vibrations, if you want to call it, from the cosmos. If I happen to go to a nearby mall, which we've only got one mall in the Antelope Valley, what would I see? Shops I hadn't seen. The structure of the building hadn't changed. Maybe the major department stores had changed, got out, and new ones replaced or just shut down. Restaurants in the area. I'd look at some of the restaurants and I see my brother. Ma hardly ever went to the restaurants. They have a Denny's in one particular area. My brother and I have been in there a couple of times. In the mall itself, there was a nail cutting place in there. Ma got her hands and feet done. She got her manicure. There was another place on R, I think. Avenue R in Palmdale. Right by a liquor store, several other shops, and one of them happened to be a pet place, but another one happened to be a recovery hall. And a few shops away, there's also an ice cream place, too. On hot days, the ice cream place would be selling out like crazy. And the nail shop would have my mother over there getting her nails done. And sometimes her hair done. Just to prove that she was human. So yeah, I would have the memories of that. I would have the memories of the liquor store, going over there, getting liquids and stuff, and heading back over to recovery hall and stay there for meetings. Getting out of the Roseman area on an express bus, heading over towards Senior Center out in Lancaster, Jackman and Fern Avenue. That'd be the place my brother and I would pick up the local transit and start our rides to other places. Or when the express bus would get off of J and 25th in Lancaster, that'd be the area we normally do our shopping in. Times I would think about it. I've been on an express bus just getting past the area and then heading towards the campus of Antelope Valley College. I'd have no issues dealing with the college itself. Not much. I'd go. I'd go. And deal with another semester. But in that area, I wouldn't feel the presence of my brother as much. There was one particular, well, he used to be there but no longer, plowed under his memories. Some places my brother and I would have gone to for classes, but it's remodeled. Remodeled, hell, torn down, new building put into its place. So yeah, replace the memories on that one. If I happen to go back to the San Fernando Valley, on the other hand, on the train, and get off at Burbank, I may feel a bit of a wisp here and there, but we didn't go out there as much from the Antelope Valley. We drive in. But just seeing how the San Fernando Valley is, I wouldn't even feel my own vibes for the place anymore. I just feel like another empty town. All the good stuff gone. Everything changed. Couldn't feel like it was regular. Or even better yet, go out to Union Station, go to Alvaro Street, and feel like I'm part of that place again. No. My mother went through that area once. My brother and I have been through it a few times. It didn't exactly make it my home. Got good Mexican food over there. Some of the stuff I keep missing out here. Favorite places David and I had been to maybe once or twice. Actually, David several times. Closed down already because they couldn't keep up with the businesses. I had in Roseman. Wayside Cafe. I was one shop gone. David would like coming in for sodas and French fries and sometimes an occasional chili size when we were out and about traveling, and he actually had a few extra bucks he wanted to spend. Yeah, even that's gone now. Even that is gone. They could try removing all the physical traces, remodify everything. But sometimes I'll feel and sense the ghosts in the area. The ones that still haunt the place, the memories. I said before, good and bad memories didn't matter. They're still memories, they still haunt, and they still cause pain. Pain because of a longing for a family that's no longer existing in this world. I guess maybe in a way I'm a mama's boy. Maybe I'm crying for my mother and my brother. toddler in a sandbox and everyone else is still kicking around. And all I can do is hold on to the sand that keeps drifting away. The sand is the memories. And it's becoming an emptier box. There's a lot of things probably people would say about me existing in this state. They're better off just to ignore me, it'd be better off just to not say a word, just let him just drift here because he's not out there living. Well, you're right, I'm not out there living, I'm here existing in memories. Ma was never in this place, only my big brother was. And sometimes I'd probably feel him trying to kick my ass out of the house for a little bit. Just wants me to go out walking for a change. All I wanted to do was hide in bed and just wait until it may be no longer needed for going on this way. I know I'm muttering like crazy. But I guess this video is for muttering anyway. You take drugs and you try to feel the high and you feel the hype. I never could stand that shit. Even if it's prescription, I still couldn't stand that shit. It's just people run after it, to chase after it, to hide from the pain. Me, I'm dealing with it. I'm dealing with it. I'm coping with it. I'm just learning to live with pain. Pain and I go way back. Pain and I go way back. You don't make friends with the damn thing. Well, I guess it's the only reminder of life. But then there's also when you're ripping out your heart because your family's gone, or those that you love are gone. It's hard as hell to deal with that pain. People probably think I'm still marinating in it. Maybe I am. Maybe I haven't lived. Maybe I don't know how to live. I know how to. I'm surviving. That's the thing. I'm surviving, but it's not living. People try to enjoy life. I'm enjoying everything else here. Yeah, I guess I'm having that kind of a morning. People probably think I'm too damn maudlin. Too damn depressing. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm too damn depressing for my own good, or for someone else's good, because they can't deal with this. They can't deal with a guy looking at things in a weird ass way that scares the hell out of them, because maybe one of these here days they'll be in that situation. And maybe they don't want to be in that way. I don't want to be that kind of a person who's remembering like that. I want to just keep living. I want to, you only live once, so you gotta do these things and keep doing them until you kill yourself. Well, at least I did these things. Okay, you can claim that one. Well, what have you done? I mourned, I grieved. I lived with a family for all my life. I took care of them. They took care of me. And I was their caregiver. Now I'm the caretaker. That's how it is. I know what surviving a car accident is. Heart surgery. Tire drop on the face. And I deal with the pains. I deal with the memories. I deal with the after effects. People don't want pain. They want to live pain free. I am pain. I'm not trying to cause it on people. I'm just trying to tell you what I'm going through, what I am right now. Some people will probably say, or probably use it as an excuse to attack other people because they're in so much pain. Don't want everybody else to experience it. Yeah, you get your own. You get your own. I've got mine. I'm not sharing it with anybody. I deal with a ripped heart more than once. I have my heart ripped out of me so many damn times, not even funny. I never get numb. There's no way of getting numb. Lose people that you care about, so I mourn, I grieve, I cry. I emote, I be human. I don't run from it. I deal with it. I cope with it. I wake up in the morning to see a sunrise sometimes. Other times I miss it because I'm sleeping through it. I don't know what's going to happen today. Let today take care of itself. I'm still trying to survive right now as it is. And I'll probably miss out for all eternity for not living life enough. Should I be like everybody else, or should I just be me? Death changes a person a great deal, more than what they realize. Personality traits, thoughts, patterns, behaviors, actions, mindset. As for me, for all my life. If somebody's going to say drop dead, been there, done that. What else you got? My brother kept telling his doctor for the last few years of his life that if you don't do this, if you don't do that, you're going to die. And he's absolutely serious when he says this. When? When what? When am I going to die? You keep saying I keep doing this. I'm going to die. When am I going to kick? Freak the doctor out every single time. Sometimes they had to change. Because the doctors can deal with my brother's death. Mindset after you lose somebody you love. It's like, I understand it more and more. Tomorrow I'm supposed to have a doctor's appointment. I haven't made any transportation calls. Delay, delay, delay. I'll talk into therapy about it, that's about it. But regarding mortality, maybe I'm doing the same damn thing. My feet still hurt. I still get the neuropathy in the hands. Still worried about my dog. If for when I happen to pass, hopefully I'll pass peacefully in my sleep. At least that way I don't get to feel it. I hated that damn transition. It scared the hell out of me. But I'm not singing a grim tune either, saying I'm looking forward to this. No, I'm not. I'm just trying to be realistic. I don't take care of the body's going to kill itself, eventually. But until that time, I still take care of things I need to take care of. Like taking out the trash. No, seriously. I got 4 bags of garbage I need to get rid of. Small enough anyway, so drag out the bag and you know what the rest of the day is going to be like.